Hello and welcome back to the Hobby Goblin. Today, I've got that twin set of balls. One of which I assembled. Figured it was actually a pretty simple Gunpla build. So I figured I'd put the other one together on camera here. If you've never done Gunpla before, it's not too hard. It's mostly just pieces of plastic. You snip them out, you clip them together. To do that, you require a few tools. Pretty much just a nipper. If you're going to go really basic, tweezers can help if there's tiny stickers with them. I don't believe Ball had any stickers. And X-Acto knife, just for cleaning up the nubs when you clip them off. What I will show you here though, so Ball here, it's just 3 little panels of plastic we're going to clip the parts off of. It's all pretty straightforward. You can look at them. Some parts you can tell pretty obviously what they are at a glance. Some Gunpla models aren't that simple. I'm not going to build this one on camera. This will be a disaster. There are so much more to some of them. And you would think, oh, well, would they not have all the parts for one piece of the Gundam on a single grid? But that would be too easy. No, they want you to suffer when you build these things. Well, back to the ball at hand. Got the instructions for him here. First, just shows off some art of finished product and some other ones. Instructions themselves are only 3 pages for Ball. He's pretty damn simple. If anyone hasn't done Gunpla before, I don't know how easy it is to find these guys now, but he's probably one of the simplest builds I've ever seen. Probably very comparable to an entry grade or an SD Gundam. Now it is important when you're clipping parts off to make sure you've got them over a table or someplace where they're not going to fall and get lost, because on occasion these things will go flying. And you never want that. That's why my Epion is missing his belly button. A little orange bit fell off and I have no idea where it rolled to. That's why we do this over a good table now, and in this case, inside of a box. First step here is pretty simple. We got piece A4 and A13. And ta-da, they connect together. We can do this twice. This here, so we got the X-Acto knife. After we nip them out, there's a little bit of plastic sticking out. We'll sort of shave those bits off. Next up, we take part RB-79. Take these little bits we've already put together. And sort of press them in. So now that we've got Ball as one sort of body here, get the next few pieces on. Oh, if it would want to. That's what I do like with these smaller builds. They take shape really quickly. You can already tell what you're looking at. There's a little cockpit for Ball right in there. And now we proceed to say goodbye to the cockpit as we cover it up. Now it looks like it has a little eye. Now we're going to start on ball's base. Got 2 little pieces. Snap together. And another one. Push right through. Then connects that easily. And then we just add these 4 little red rocket bits. And that's the base of them done. Then we've got part B6 here. This is just the base of the arm. Push it in. Got 1 on each side. All right, for the next part of the arm, pretty simple. We just do this twice. And with these attached, we're about halfway through the construction of the ball. So next up is the construction of his 2 little arms. That's why we're doing this over a table. So next we'll take his little crabby pinching hand. Put that together. And then attach it. And got 1 of his 2 arms. Almost forgot, 1 last piece of the arm. Then we just attach the 2 of them to the ball. And there you have it. There's 1 armed, yet unarmed ball. Now, in order for this ball to match the splendor of the one I've already constructed, we're obviously going to need to give him a weapon. Now, obviously, while constructing the weapon for this guy, we're not going to give him the same weapon as the other one. So we want them to look a little different than each other. For most of the weapon here, it's kind of obvious what you're looking at. They're pretty big parts, and they're pretty easy to make sense out of. And getting close to the end, just putting what's left together of his weapon. And then mount it onto his head. They also do provide little stands for each of the balls. It's got something they can balance on display. And that is both of the balls done. Now each one does come with 2 different guns. They are interchangeable. Pretty simple. Pull it out. Put in a new one. And now they really are twins. So what I am planning on doing is I want to start painting some of the Gundams eventually. So I will leave it up to people in the comments. Say what they want to see done with at least one of the balls. I'm not sure if you want them painted just to go over any imperfections. I could try to paint similar to its original color palette. I can make it completely different. Or I could just do edge lining, which I have done with one of my Gundams so far. Just pretty much just have a very fine tip paint marker. You go over all the grooves and creases of them, and just sort of give them a sense of shading to help make detail stand out a bit better on them. I'm down to mess around with at least one of these. If I ruin it, doesn't really matter too much. It'll be unique, custom. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll see you again next time.